Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion, is known to play all types of people lawyers, masters, even world champions. And while nearly all of his matches result in a clean win during a bar match in Oslo, Norway, an amateur player was going to give him a run for his money. Well, Magnus wasn't in the best shape at the time, having barely beaten Sergei Karaoke and in the chess championship and having other top players questioning his performance. Magnus was still the best player in the world, being the reigning world champion and winning almost any match he came across, meaning his opponent had very slim chances because Magnus was clearly so much better at chess. He was given 30 seconds on his clock while his opponent was given a full 3 minutes. Carlsen, with the white pieces, started with an instant e4, with which his opponent responded with f5. The game quickly goes into the standard Roy Lopez opening it up with the knights connected and c3 being played. Magnus, his opponent, then played his pawn to e6, chasing Magnus' bishop away. Well, at the start of this match, all the moves are played well. The first mistake of the game was made with knight g6, which allows Magnus to take full control of the center after knight c3. A quick look at their body language would also show Magnus was extremely confident in his moves, while his opponent, who we'll call A, seems to think and consider the moves beforehand. This will play a major role in the outcome of the match, as you'll see in a few moves. In this stage of the match, Magnus has a slight advantage from his well-placed pawns in the center, and is already preparing for an attack after bishop to having an aim at a knight. In this position, Magnus's pieces are already a lot more active and things are not looking good for a less so. Magnus has built up a huge attack on the king side, already being able to trap his bishop. If he continues playing like this, he will win very quickly enough to make Estonia. It's at this moment he realizes he's messed up here sometime here. On Magnus attacks his knight, forcing him to move. But after moving his knight, Magnus could trap his bishop with his pawn attack, making him lose a piece. Takes some time before realizing there's nothing he can do to stop, and surrenders his bishop by capturing the pawn. But even though things don't look good for Magnus, plays f6, and inaccuracy, while something like queen g3 would have been better. To A plays queen e5, threatening a scary mate on the edge to square. Magnus defends this by playing bishop for A, immediately finds an attacking move with queen h5, which unfortunately is another mistake as it doesn't threaten mate. Magnus realizes this, taking the pawn with g7, immediately A is in trouble again. As body language shows, he knows things are getting bad, but he still goes on by moving his rook away from danger. Under pressure, A is doing everything to hold on, and at this moment, a miracle happens. Carlsen plays a terrible move. Knight f5, allowing it to win a free pawn while attacking the queen under high pressure. Carlsen automatically tries taking the knight before realizing he's fallen into a terrible mistake. A pawn trying to play for a fancy queen fork. He had accidentally blundered his queen, similar to how Max had done against him in a previous challenge. Magnus Carlsen immediately resigned after this move, looking very visibly unhappy. His quick moves and confidence throughout the match had made him slip up and capture a piece by impulse. But it's okay to lose, Magnus, after all. You're still our world champion.